I'm Christine Said. I'm in 5 Science, and my best lesson is general paper. During that lesson, we get to argue out issues affecting the world today, and I love it when we get to argue so much about issues. Personally, I love arguing, and I suggest that the best way to improve those lessons, I think the teachers would allow the students to get more involved, to be engaged in the arguments themselves, not them like being there for them all the time.
Hi there, I'm Habia Jackie, 5 Arts. My best lesson is divinity, mostly Div 4 and Div 1. Div 1 normally mainly talks about the Bible, the Old Testament. Then Div 4 it's all about marriage, sex, and law and order. But mainly I like paper 1 because it's more of the Bible. There's a way when the teacher is explaining, you feel attached to the Bible. If maybe you've never gotten an opportunity to read the Bible, there's a way at least you can feel so close to the Bible and you get a clue. At least when someone is talking about the Bible, you know what that person is talking about. Then for Div 6, well, normally sex and marriage, it talks mainly about sex and marriage. And what really makes me sometimes happy is that when the teacher is just talking about sex and marriage, everyone gets excited. So excited that even if she's explaining, people are already beyond. Then law and order, I like the way she explains it. She explains it very well, how the law is supposed to be in Uganda. It just makes you feel that, yeah, one time you also become a real, true, responsible citizen. By that time, at least you know how to deal with the law and order. Then I would like the lessons to be improved in a way that I want at least the students to participate more in asking questions, brainstorming, and also at least I would like it also to be argumentative, mostly that part for the Bible. When maybe this one brings a view, then the other one seconds it, then the other one also brings another argument. That's why you make the lesson very active, and at least there are some lessons when you're seated in a class, you just doze off, but if you're in such a lesson, you feel at least you're getting something and you cannot doze in a class.
Hello, I'm Naima Amala, Senior 5 Arts, and basically I like History 3, which talks about European history. And I like history because our teacher explains the facts of history in a way that you feel you're back in time. Me basically I like the personalities. Like when they're teaching about personalities, there's a way there's a way she teaches you and you feel as if it's like happening in your society. You see the mistakes are being repeated in the society and you want to improve them. So I was thinking that the best way to improve that is by, like, they bring for us movies we watch, because those movies give us a clue. Like you get that idea, or you remember the things which you saw, because a movie is not easily forgotten, but a book you can easily forget the words you read. So if movies were brought, it would be easy. And another thing, seminars, because seminars is more about interaction, people discuss different things. So when someone discusses to your understanding and you understand better, you get that something remains in your mind and you can easily remember, like when you're in your exams. So
Hi, I'm Joan Nandudu. I do physics, and it comprises of 3 major parts: optics, and there is electricity and electrostatics as one, and there is mechanics. But mostly I like mechanics because when you're in that lesson, the teacher always brings quotes. As you're dozing, you wake up by the laughters and ask, what did he say? And then during his lessons, he always involves us, and that makes me lively. And since in those quotes, he always says something that is you didn't even think of. And in one he said, at first he said, science makes people realize how ignorant they are, and people laugh. Then he was asked by some students, meaning, so for you, you're not ignorant. Then he said, he's ignorant, but not more than us, because he at least knows some part of it. Then I love it when he gives us, he talks more about what the earth and how it revolves, whatever revolves about the earth. And one time he said, in these quotes he always gives in different lessons, it was like a balloon never floats, and people ask why. So he said it never floats because it's always going up, and it's never in equilibrium. It's not constant in air. That's why it has some upthrust pushing it up. And then I would love it to be improved when we get involved more. Like when you go for practicals and we at least memorize more when you do it practically by yourself.
Hi, I'm Bukira Ramla. I basically like literature. More so like paper to literature, where we read plays, for example, School for Scandal, Redemption. And I think these lessons are very interesting because it's like when you're reading a play, you get to meet certain characters in a play who are like some people like in the society. For example, in School for Scandal, there is this lady, she's called Lady Tizo. She has some funny character, and there are even some people in the society who are like Lady Tizo. So, and it helps us like learn how to live with different people in the society and how to deal with them. These plays also help us like to not to be judgmental, because like there are things like appearance versus character. You find like a person like may behave as if she's rude, yet in actual sense she's not rude. Yeah, and I think like these lessons should be further improved. Like maybe if we act out those plays, and everybody like gets to understand it even further. Everybody like maybe even people in the lessons like, because like in these lessons people are very argumentative, but if everybody contributes actively, like the lessons may be more interesting and everybody may end up understanding. And yeah, even maybe if they brought for us certain movies of those plays, the lessons would be more understood.
Hi, I'm Sani Sandra, and my best subject is home economics. In home economics, there are very many topics they teach, like cleaning a room, cooking. Now, as for me, I love eating very much, so I love the cooking part. In the cooking part, they teach us how to bake a cake, how to cook various foods, and I love it because I love baking a cake very much. And as per now, we only study theory, and I'm looking forward to do the practicals in S3, and I would love it to be improved when we are doing the practical part than the theory part, because as for now in S2 we do the theory part more than the practical part, and I'm looking forward to do the theory to do the practical part in S3. And in the practical part there are very many things we do, like cleaning glasses, decorating rooms like sitting rooms. And in the cooking part, they teach us how to bake a cake. I saw it when there is an home economics teacher who called us, but our students weren't enough, so she called me. I went there, and the way I saw those people doing it, it was very nice because they were using very many ingredients, and the way it could smell, it had a sweet aroma, so it was very nice. And after cooking it, then we all tasted it, and it was so sweet. So I loved it, and it got to me to love the home economics subject.